You are now tuning into Out the Box Radio Show. Entertainment at its best. Hot topics, games, and unforgettable interviews. Welcome to the show.
I'm live. I'm going to call you back. Hi, guys.
What's happening? What up? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, and everybody in between. How y'all doing?
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Jerry, I feel like I haven't seen you.
You know, you say that every Thursday.
I know. Because you're not, well, because I'm here every Thursday. He's not because he's booked and busy.
I feel like I've been demoted to part-time again.
Well, that's on your own accord. What you been up to?
I've been shooting. Shooting commercials, shooting movies. There was 1 week where that was just my life, where I was back and forth between sets and making moves and getting my money.
I know that's right.
Yeah, that week was tiring, but it was fulfilling, and so I was very happy. I was doing my thing, bruh. It was a good time. It was a good time. Yeah.
Good.
How are things with you?
Things are good. I went to LA.
Oh yeah, because we was having that conversation.
We were having that
and
conversation.
You almost gave me a heart attack on all the adventures that you.
Yes, I definitely had some adventures. I saw a couple of you want to know something?
What?
With all of the celebrities that I saw, I didn't feel starstruck. I felt like I was amongst them. So I'm like, yeah, y'all don't know me yet, but you will.
Okay.
So
I'm not
gonna have like fan out and be like, oh my God, can I get a picture? Although I wanted to, very deep on the inside, but I wasn't gonna do that. But I had a good time. LA is always the vibe. It's always the move.
I still need to make a trip out there.
You do. I'm telling you, like the energy out there is different because everybody out there is hustling. It's the same thing with like New York. The only difference with New York is it's so compact. Everything is so like close together and like packed. LA is a lot more spread out, but it's the same mentality. Everybody is hustling.
Does it smell better in LA? you know how New York City got that, that
it does have
smell?
that city smell.
Yeah.
The smell is different. It's smells of marijuana.
I might enjoy that.
And it's illegal out there, so. But
oh boy,
I'm telling you, like literally, like everybody is hustling, and so you have no choice but to be motivated.
True. Well, I'm glad that you mentioned the words hustle and motivation because, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have her on the line right now.
Nice.
Do we? DJ Dominic?
You do.
Oh, yes, we do.
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, and everybody in between, right now on the line, we have the one, the only Krystal Garner. She is the winner of BETC out of the Grand Hustle. How you doing, honey?
Hey.
What's happening?
I'm blessed, can't complain, highly favored, happy to be here with you guys.
Thank you so much for joining us. First and foremost, we have to say thank you so much. I know that you're a busy woman, but we have to have you on the show.
No, I mean, listen, you got to make time for the people. That's important.
That's right.
Exactly. Let me actually start off with that. How do you make time with all that you're doing? Because you do 17 things.
Right, you do a lot.
How do you make time for people or just make time for yourself?
First of all, congratulations to you for announcing the most common random number, 17. I say that all the time. That is my line number, and I'm always pushing how it's the most common random number. And it's funny how people always say it, so thank you for saying that number.
Okay, I bet.
But how?
I know I did that. It was just random.
I know. I'm trying to tell y'all it's the most common random number. People don't be hearing me.
They don't be hearing you.
God, oh man.
But yeah, I mean, organization and prioritizing are my thing. I'm all about making sure that I write an actual to-do list. Like I take a pen and paper out and old-fashioned with my hand write out a to-do list. I prioritize from what's high priority to low priority, and project manage. I try to put everything under a specific title so that I can focus on them as needed. So it can be done. It's just all about really putting your time into it. Look at Beyonce. She be practicing for 8 months for a 2-hour performance.
Very true.
Very true.
Very true. It's like Beyonce is like a human octopus.
A human.
Yes.
Yes. And so is Krystal Garner. She does a lot.
Say that with your chest. Say that with your chest, honey.
She said, "Say it with your chest, John. You better
say it with my chest."
Yeah.
Krystal Garner is a human octopus.
Yes. I hope octopus is a great animal. I don't know. I've only had
It is because they have so many. You know, they have. We only have 2 arms, so they can do a whole lot more with 8.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
That's
like
a fact.
you juggle a lot, but still look good in doing it. Because I was on your Instagram like, she's cute, and she does a whole lot. She don't even look tired.
I'm tired, but it's okay. I realize I'll sleep when I die.
I know.
Oh man.
So I do have a question. So where and how did you begin the hustle?
Where and how?
Yeah.
Well, where in my hood?
I know that's right.
And let people know where your hood is from.
I mean, I'm from Staten Island, New York, a.k.a. Shallon, a.k.a. that's where Wu-Tang be, you feel me?
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
I always got to go extra hard because when I say Staten Island, people are like, what?
Right.
We
It's
we
okay.
got some real hood.
It's true. I used to live in I lived in Queens. So like when I lived in Queens, I made sure that I went everywhere in New York and even Staten Island. Like, yes, y'all, Staten Island has hoods. Like for real.
Yeah. Like for real. Like
Don't sleep on
they
it.
stuck in the
I ain't
90s.
sleeping. I believe
They
it.
really stuck in the 90s. They wearing a rolled up pair of jeans on one side, oversized, black out
Yeah, they
t-shirts
do.
with Tim.
Yes, they do. She ain't lying.
Fact. So from my hood is where it started. I remember when I used to want things because, you know, I grew up in just an underprivileged situation.
Mm-hmm.
But when I used to want things, instead of bothering and begging my mother and being that type of child, I figured out a way to get it done on my own. So one of the ways I did that was I started braiding hair on my stoop, on my porch, for the dudes in the hood, just to get some cash so I could buy my own things.
Okay. So like, what did you originally want to do? Like, what was your main focus when you started?
Honestly, when I was younger, ball is life. So I wanted to be,
Hey.
I wanted to be, well, at that time, WBA wasn't even like a thing. So it was like, you know, I want to be in the NBA. I want to be, you know, but then it was coming across. It was happening. I just didn't really think it was going to be profitable. So I was like, I want to be in the league. I want to play overseas. And I want to be a supermodel. Like, that's what I always said I wanted to do. And I'm grateful to have accomplished majority of that goal. Like, I've done a lot in the modeling industry. I mean, I've never compromised my integrity while doing it. And then with the whole basketball life, I played all the way up into my knees, just wouldn't do it no more.
Right.
What position was that, by the way? What position?
Oh, you don't want this work, but I'm a power forward.
Yeah, I don't want that work. I'm a guard. I'm a guard, so I don't want that work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I play softball. That was the only ball I know. I only know softball.
Pause.
Unpause.
I'm mad at you, Johnny. I'm mad at you. I'm mad Dominic K's giving her a certain look right now because he can't believe that. He can't believe that right now.
I play softball. I was the captain of my team. What?
So, Krystal, I know we only have you for a limited time, so I do want to keep this rolling. So let me ask you about the main reason why people know you from the Grand Hustle. How did you find the opportunity to actually get on the Grand Hustle and meet T.I. and to be able to compete for that top prize?
Well, the opportunity came across my table because I submit to a lot of auditions. I was doing a lot of acting, modeling, emceeing, radio personality work in New York. So I always get breakdowns for different auditions. And when I saw this one, I was like, wait a minute. I get to be on TV, but also get the opportunity to compete and show my hustle. I was like, this is for me. So when I submitted, it was a whole bunch of questions, like essay questions, and I was tight. Because I'm like, dang, I done graduated college.
Right.
I feel like this is more essay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here taking the SATs to apply for the show. And I got called back. So when I got called back, I just kept my mindset very specific. My mindset was, you know, I went through so much to be heavy in this entertainment industry for the past 8 years. And I'll be damned if I let anybody. I don't know if I can curse on the show. My bad.
Oh no, you can curse.
Oh, let it fly. You can let it fly.
It's Out the Box Radio. My mouth is filthy.
You can let it fly.
So when I got the opportunity to walk in that mansion, I said to myself, the only way that I will leave this house is as a winner, and my only competition is myself. So I didn't allow anything else that was going on to deter me from my vision, and I prevailed.
Okay. I'm very glad that you prevailed, as we can see that #1 spot that you got. All congratulations to you.
Yes,
you deserved it. You was working your butt off during that season 1.
You
like,
were.
For real. You was putting it down.
You were, which is why you won. Which is why. So I do have a question. So where did the phrase?
Wait. Before you ask that, can I ask another question about the show?
He's always doing that shit to me.
I know I'm always doing this to you, but I really need to know. No, I do need to know this before we move on. Krystal. So T.I. in person, I need to know. Does he really sometimes get into his, very expandatory vocabulary? You know what I mean? Do he really be using all the SAT words that he does in his Instagram posts and all of that sometimes? I need to know that.
And yeah, indubitably. Yes, he does.
Just sometimes I've been watching, I'm like, my goodness, brother. I don't know what that means.
Let me tell you something. When I was on set for the show and he would say certain words, I was really mad that I couldn't look them up. I had to use context clues around the sentence. Cause I'm like, seriously, dude? I don't know what you're saying, but I'm gonna figure it out.
That's all I had to ask Jeanne. I just needed to know that. I wanted to confirm if that was true.
Of course it's true. T.I.'s not about to put nothing out there. It's not. I mean, he's real.
I understand it. I know T.I. is a real one, but she's been in his presence, in his aura. So I needed to confirm with somebody who's been in his presence and aura. All right.
Got you. I understand. Well, I would like to know. I'm gonna go back to my question. Where did the phrase cakeism come from?
OKGism?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at a point in time in my life, I had a moment where I felt like I was a super philosopher. Mm-hmm. I've read so many personal development books, and I utilize them to definitely moderate my path in my life and to make sure my mindset was the correct one to have to go through the entertainment industry, because it's not easy being in entertainment, especially as a Black female. And if you have an attractive child,
only imagine. Only imagine.
Getting all that knowledge in my brain and utilizing different tools and it actually working for me, I would always just put my type of spin on the things that I learned. And I just started writing things down, and when I would write them, I would just put #KGism. Just my kind of thought process. And people always ask me how I got to the level I'm at, and it's because of these different practices. So that's where KGism came from, my little philosopher within.
I know that's right. So how did you get your start on 103.9 FM in New York? That's home for you. So that's big.
That is home. It was big. Podcasting actually did that. Podcasting, I know, is super saturated now, but I had a podcast prior to that, so I can't even remember what year that was. But when podcasting was kind of new and people didn't understand it, it's what the heck is a podcast? I had one, so I had content. And when they were, somebody hit me up saying they were auditioning for an opportunity to be on the show, and it's Tom Jordan mornings, D.L. Hughley afternoons. They was like, do you have any radio experience? I was like, well, I podcast. And they was like, oh, that kind of sounds similar to radio. And they listened to my podcast, and it was like, oh, you're a radio person. I was like, well, I guess so. That's if you want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give sister a chance to be on the New York City Airways.
Right.
Man, that's
it was a
dope.
cool experience.
That's dope.
I loved it, having my family and friends just posting pictures and videos of their radio with me coming across it. That was just the most amazing experience.
That's gotta feel good, especially because it's home,
Yep.
And it's like you're going back to where you started with all the accomplishments that you've gained along the way, and you get to come home and share the wealth.
Exactly.
That's so
Hello.
dope.
And if you feel like that you're in your domain, your most comfortable spot when you're behind the mic in the city that you were born and born in.
For real, because then your dialect be on point.
Yes.
Out here, I can't. I hop on the radio here. They're like, "Who this New York chick on our radio?" They
Right.
hating on me just because. And it's crazy because I've been approached out here, and I'm just like, yeah, I've done radio, but I was like, Atlanta be so super. They so super. This is our culture,
Yeah.
Everything is. They're very within. I don't know what other way to say it.
No, I get it.
It's fine. It's fine. You can speak on it. All right. So let me ask you a question about your acting career, since that is the way that you stumbled upon the Grand Hustle. You've been a part of the Avenue series on Amazon, Anything But Love on Amazon. You're also a part of Supermodel on Netflix. You doing a lot of work on there on the television. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, acting is everything. I love it because I get to play a whole bunch of different personalities, and you can't judge me or send me to a hospital for it.
That's a new way of putting it. I never heard that one.
Very true.
For real, I'm different, y'all. But no, I thoroughly enjoy acting. I didn't think I could be an actor because my memory sucks.
Right.
I have to write down everything. And I think that's why I'm successful with organization, because I write down everything because my memory really is trash. But I think the main reason I got into, I know the main reason I got into it is because when I was going to call commercial auditions and book commercials, they're like, yo, you funny. You're so, you're good at this. You're dope at this. You should be a full-time actor. And I was like, well, I can't memorize it. Then one day some director said to me, well, if you're on a TV film set, they pick specific scenes to shoot for that day, and they don't even do the whole scene. Yeah. So I was like, all right, let me do some background work and see. And I was like, oh, they do cut, and the person don't remember their lines is the person that tells them. I was like, oh, yes, I can do
Yeah. All you got to do is yell line, and they come right with it.
Okay, so I have two questions for you based on that acting thing. One, do you have a favorite project or favorite show that you've worked on in your acting career so far?
A favorite project? I wouldn't say I have a favorite project because honestly, most of the stuff that I've done has been grassroots that stumbled upon greatness. So it went from a thought and an idea and maybe not on a major network to being on a major platform. So all of them to me are great because I like people that are dreamers and they put their goals out there. Anything But Love just hit over 1 million views on YouTube yesterday, and then we're over millions of streams on Amazon. And the ads, man, they all over the place. They are like really just winning. They're winning awards and festivals. So I just love that whole all my projects that are super grassroots. I love them.
Okay. And then one thing that I just wanted to put out there in the universe and suggest: you ever try stand-up comedy?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm that funny. I'm funnier when I'm sitting down, honestly.
Okay. I mean, it's only because like talking to you right now, I just sort of get that vibe, and I'm like, I feel like she could crack a few. She could crack a few on set.
I mean, when you are MC, you have to be funny. Like, I used to host bar mitzvahs and all the step shows and show competitions. You got to have some whimsical wittiness, improv to you. But that stand-up, though, like, people come there, they're ready for you to be funny. That pressure is a different level. And we've seen a lot about great actors do stand-up and it not be good.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
That is the truth. Stand-up is a completely different beast. I was just having that conversation with one of my friends. I was in LA this past weekend, and I was like, we have a lot of Instagram comedians, which is no shade to them. I'm not knocking your hustle, but how does that translate into stand-up? Because stand-up is completely different.
Right.
So that is something you got to be prepared for that.
There's some of them that made the transition.
Yeah. Not to say that, none of them haven't, but again, it's different. And you have to be prepared for that different,
Yeah, no, I mean, I think honestly with that people need to realize, just like modeling, every model is not a size 0. There's different types. There's print modeling, there's commercial modeling,
Right.
there's, there's catalog modeling. So same with acting. There are people that are great on Instagram, and then some of them just need to stay there, because
Right.
sometimes they get on a screen and it doesn't translate well when they're on an actual movie. And sometimes it's over the top and it's too extra. The thing I learned about TV film versus theater, and that's where I'm going back to because I'm old, versus theater.
Wait.
Malik Yoba, I have went to an event of his, and he said the difference is with TV film, you have to learn the art of being still. And with theater, it's all about being big and making sure the last person in the top nosebleed can understand and feel your energy. So a lot of these Instagram actors, they're dope, but sometimes when you put them on a camera, it's about being still and still being funny. And they're not able to do that. They got to make crazy faces. They got to get voices and be extra. And that's cool if you're doing a tight casted role, but if you want to be taken seriously, you have to learn the difference in the art.
Exactly. That's very true. You spoke about something which was a perfect segue to my next question, which is, tell us about your modeling gigs. Like, I know, and you said you were old. You're not old, girl.
by no means. By no means.
By no means. But even still, with being in the modeling industry, have you seen it change for women of color, Black women specifically, since you started up until now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen it go from having to be a size 0 and going to auditions and they telling me my butt's too big. Mind you, I didn't even have a wagon. Well, I gained some weight now, but back then I was like a size 2, so sis had nothing going for her.
Right.
They would tell me, oh, my hips are too big or my boobs are too big. But that's how Black women are shaped.
Yep.
And if you look at my earlier comp card pictures, I always had straight hair. And it transitioned into, I started seeing auditions pop up for looking for people with different multicultural hair. So I started wearing my afro before it was like a huge trend. And I would go to my auditions and I would book because nobody else had an afro.
Right.
And every other Black girl would come in with just a blowout or a weave, but I came in with the fro and they're like, oh, that's what we're looking for. And then that became an influx. And now I see it shifting that they're allowing us to wear our hair however we want.
Yep.
Side, faux lugs, braids. You're seeing that more in regular casting, meaning shows that will have maybe a token 1 or 2 Black person is no longer just a Black person with straight hair. So with a fro or braids, some type of personality in their style, because that represents us. So yes, it's been a crazy shift, and I watched it go from looking for multicultural to looking for African American to looking for Black girl afro, and I loved it.
And that's a big thing. That's a huge thing because I remember, because I'm not really in the modeling industry, but more so in the acting industry, we're looking for ethnic. And ethnic is so big. Yeah. And now it's starting to become more specific. So we want African American, or we want Indian, or we want Asian, or something like that. So that is a big step that I see that all industries have been making.
And then sometimes in certain breakdowns, they'll even give you a specific area. Like if they're looking for Middle Eastern, they'll say Israeli or Palestinian. If they're looking for African American, they'll say, oh, we're looking for Southeast Miami African American or like a New York African American. Like they'll be very specific about what they want.
They will. Yeah. They'll tell you. They'll say, I want a West Indian. I want someone who's biracial. Like it's gotten super specific, and that's great because that gives a lot of us different actors an opportunity to be casted.
Yep, exactly. It does. It does, because I tell you, it was a night. It used to be a night. I mean, there's still some castings still that are very broad like that. But it makes it a lot easier knowing what to go for and what not to go for. By it being that specific, it does help a lot. Okay. Thank you guys for noticing that a change needed to happen.
Let me also ask you, do you find yourself or your team submitting you for projects, or whether that be acting, modeling, or what have you, that are not fitting your demographic? Like, for instance, Michael B. Jordan says, submit me for all the white roles. Do you find yourself doing that sometimes?
I'm not Michael B. Jordan, so I haven't done it yet. I'm so possibly doing that. Funny you say that, because today I was auditioning people to be actors at the Trap Music Museum because I'm the general manager there. So we needed to hire some more actors. And being the casting director was super hard for me. I was like kind of careful because there's like so many talented people, but it's like, I need a specific thing. It hurt. But I had somebody submit. I was like, I need a male to play a hustle man, right? And one of the submissions I got was from a female. And she was like, I'm submitting for the hustle man role. And I was just like, wow, that's bold. I low-key wanted to call in for doing that, but I didn't. But what I will tell you is that one thing that I've done over the years, and I continue to do, any basketball role that I see that for an audition, I always submit, even though it says male. I always submit for basketball roles because I barely see basketball roles for female. So I always submit for those, and I've gotten called back a couple of times.
Oh, nice. That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up.
You was it looked like you was raising your finger in like praise or like just. What was that about, Jeanette?
No, somebody on my live was asking what station we were on, so I was pointing.
I
to the station.
What the hell you was doing?
so that they
praising the Lord.
Right.
Look, if she was about to break into a praise dance, I was like, all right, we could take. All right, we'll take a quick 60 seconds. Recognize our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and Father God above. But I'm like, you just need to let me know. We are live on air, so I'm like, you just need to let me know.
We are. I didn't want to cut her off by talking to them about what station we were on. So I was pointing to let them know so that they can tune in and listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Krystal Garner here, winner of BET's The Grand Hustle by T. I also want to ask one question for you. Our main host, Justin, unfortunately, he's not here today. He's out for the next couple of weeks handling his personal business. He's about to get married, actually. But congratulations to Justin. But he always asks questions about the trials and tribulations and the challenges that a lot of people who are in the entertainment business go through. So I would like to talk to you about some of the challenges that you have gone into on your way to becoming such a mogul and such an entrepreneur at such a young age.
Yeah, I think the main challenge, and I feel like a lot of people may be able to attest to it, but self-doubt. Self-doubt has been the main challenge because you have to go on 1,000 auditions to book one thing. And you have to be confident in yourself to keep going. You can't allow, you not booking the first 2 or 3 to discourage you. And I've seen that happen to a lot of people. So I think my major challenge was just finding a way to cope with the no's and being able to understand that I'm talented as shit, so I gotta keep going. Because believe me, I mean, like if I would have quit, so there was a time I took a break to go and earn money because you don't get paid to audition.
That's right.
And I had to remind myself while I was on that break and making money that this is not who I am. I'm more than this. I'm an entertainer. So in reminding myself that when the opportunity came across the table for this show, I was in a really good job, guys. I was a liquor rep, had health insurance for once, and a lot of entertainers don't got that issue. You know what I'm saying? I had the 401k popping and all that. I was lit in the streets. I was a liquor rep. I was plugged. And when I got the call back and they told me I would be gone, I had to make a decision. I said, am I going to choose this job that's just over broke? Or am I going to choose my passion, my purpose, my career, what I plan to be for the rest of my life? And that's being someone that young people could look at and say, hey, she wanted to do this in her life and she accomplished it. So I had to go ahead. I cried a little bit, wrote my little resignation letter, and I did.
See, what happened was God called you for your purpose, and you had to go now.
Hello. A lot of people don't answer. People be sitting there and saying, I'm thirsty, God, I'm thirsty. And there'd be a bottle of water right there for them, but they just don't pick it up because they don't trust it. They don't know what it is. Is that real water?
Right.
It don't matter. God said drink it.
Right. Krystal,
drink it.
One of our listeners, which is Kimye Workman, she is a local actress,
what's up, Kimye?
producer, writer here. She has a question, a really good question, actually. She wants to know, how has the show changed your acting career? Were you able to get more gigs that way? Because a lot of the time, reality shows, when you're on a reality show, it's hard to translate over to what it is that you really want to do, whether it's music or television. So how has that changed your acting career?
Well, one thing I'll say is it's all contingent on the person. First of all, the avenue that me and my team push is that I am not a reality TV show star. I am a competition show winner. And there's a big difference because
Very big
with reality TV, it's still semi-scripted. versus me, I was on a competition show and I was thoroughly myself competing to win this position. And the other thing that I'll say as far as it changing is because you become a name. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but sometimes you will audition for something and they'll say looking for name talent only.
Right.
And so, you know, that's people that have a buzz, or not even just have a buzz, but have been on a set before with huge cameras that cost thousands of dollars and know how to operate in that situation. So they're looking for that name talent, and I'm able to submit for those roles. And then sometimes I submit for roles. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. One day recently, I submitted for a role. I couldn't make the audition because I had a whole bunch of stuff going on at the museum. 2 Chainz dropped a new album. He was coming to Atlanta, so we had to do his whole new exhibit. So I couldn't make the audition. And then like 2 weeks later, they cast me. I was like, how'd you cast me? I didn't even audition.
Right.
But it's because I ain't gonna complain.
Well, I see the level of clout that you're living on right now, Krystal.
Listen, we trying to get there. That's what's up.
She basically just slipped them a paper and they said, it's yours.
You just got to be consistent. Once you're consistent and you're consistently working on your craft and sharpening your tool, you'll get there, because that's what I did. I could have gave up 8 years ago when I started.
Yeah.
I could have gave up when I got that great position working with the top liquor company. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about just being consistent and keep going, because if you quit, you might have been right there. You probably just had one more audition to go and you didn't even know it.
Right. There's a lesson in that, you guys. Do not quit. Even when it feels like, or even when it seems like, or even looks like it's not supposed to be. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Someone actually did put that in a quote for me a couple days ago. They said the moment that you give up might be the moment that you miss your blessing.
Yeah.
So
keep it pushing. Can't do that.
Say that with your chest.
I said, the moment that you give up might be the moment that you miss your blessing. And I said one more time for the people in the back, the moment that you give up might be the moment that you miss your blessing. Do not miss your blessing.
Don't do
because it is coming.
It's coming. It's coming. So I know you have to go, Krystal. We don't want you to go.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to talk to. So, but before you go,
y'all were great.
What's coming up for you? And also drop your social media so that everybody can follow you.
Yes. So, of course, on social media, branding is everything. Shout out to my publicist, Reagan. You're everything.
Hi, Reagan.
What up, Reagan?
We know her.
Yeah, she gives me all types of life. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. She's like my mama in the entertainment.
Yes.
So it's Krystal Garner, KrystalGarner on all social media platforms. And what's coming up for KG? Man, a lot. But I'll say I am working on my first book, Survival Guide of a Hustler.
Nice.
Because I want to be able to give the KG-isms to all the other people out there that need it. They need that extra push, that guidance from someone that went from the trenches to the blessings, over here living in a nice condo with a rooftop pool. You feel me?
I'm gonna be on the lookout for that book. Actually,
yeah.
I'm gonna be on the
and
lookout.
I was gonna ask you, like, are you gonna write a book? Because I want to know. I mean, you have so much. Even doing it, and a lot of the times, people think, I don't know, like they have this very warped idea about hustlers. But a lot of the time you have an idea and you just go with it. And I know for me, I don't have that. It's something you're definitely born with, because I don't have it. I'm so scared sometimes. Like I talk myself out of a lot of things. But if you have somebody around you that has that hustler mentality, and and they tell you, like, no, do this, do that, it'll give you steps.
Yeah, it's a little.
Hustlers don't really have steps; they just do stuff.
Exactly.
Like they don't follow any steps. Because I have this idea, I'm going to do it. And then the other ones of us that don't have that mentality, we need steps. And so for you to write a book for us that don't have those steps, like that's so dope, and I appreciate it, because I'm definitely going to buy it. So I'm going to be looking out for it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm about to speaker life. I'm about to speak at BYOB Live here in Atlanta. It's going to be crazy. I'm one of the featured speakers. And by that time, I should have my merch up so people could get some cool stuff that I've had on my mind to put out there for everybody in the world. But yeah, your girl is working.
Yes.
We're gonna have nine revenue streams. I know everybody says 7 to be a millionaire, but I'm going for 9.
That's right. I got 2 right now. I need some more. I need to figure out what else I'm going to do.
Hey, go ahead and speak on it. Okay, just go ahead and speak on it.
Hella silly.
Oh man, Krystal,
All right,
thank you so much.
Contact with me, y'all.
Oh yes, thank you so much for hitting us up and calling in. We really appreciate you. You have a good one. Hopefully we connect again soon.
Awesome.
All right,
Have
bye-bye.
a good night.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ms Krystal Garner, the winner of BET's The Grand Hustle. She is also an actor. She is also a radio personality on 103.9 FM in New York. She is also a model. She's also a motivational speaker. She's hustling out here, y'all. She's doing the damn
Definition.
thing. Yeah, and we thank her so much for joining us for an exclusive interview here at Out the Box Radio. By the way, her social media is Krystal Garner. It is KrystalGarner for those of you who want to follow. Jeanette.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a few things before we get out of here.
Okay.
But if we could just get a little bit of a break, like 60 seconds, I would love to get back to you on this, please. I have a few things that I want to get off my chest.
Okay.
And I actually need your opinion on. All right?
Okay.
All right, thank you. So we're going to take a real quick break, and then we're going to be right back with more Out the Box Radio Show. Don't go nowhere. Thank y'all so much.
Now more than ever, it's important where and who you get your news from. Radio on Fire brings information and entertainment to urban America. Whether it's news, sports, entertainment, or relationships, Radio on Fire has the urban experience covered from all angles. Visit radioonfire.com, download the Radio on Fire app, and follow us on social media at Radio on Fire.
Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today.
You are now tuning into Out the Box Radio Show. Entertainment at its best. Hot topics, games, and unforgettable interviews. Welcome to the show.
I didn't start off with a song this time.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't. I've been starting. I start off with songs.
You want to start off with a song right now, real quick?
Welcome into this place. Well,
You had it for like 3-5 seconds.
Right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Out the Box Radio. Unfortunately, Justin isn't here. He's on his preparation to get married right now.
He
so
is.
we wish him so many congratulations.
Rolled
Justin
down
be holding
the
down
aisle
the fort right now. If you just tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, you have missed an exclusive interview with Krystal Garner. She is the winner of BET's The Grand Hustle. You need to check out this interview, y'all. So you can go on radioonfire.com, excuse me. You can also go to radioonfire.com's Facebook page or Out the Box's Facebook page. That is Out the Box Radio Show, and you can click on that interview. Right now, before we get out of here, there's a few things that I want to talk about and mention. First off, this week, the entertainment world has lost such a pioneer and such a trailblazer in John Singleton. He passed away at the young age of 51 after suffering a stroke. And I just wanted to send my condolences out to all of those who were related to him, to his family, to his friends, to his compadres, to all of his constituents, everybody who has been affected by his passing. And I would just love to say that John Singleton, such a talent that we lost in this world. Boys in the Hood was one of the best movies that I've seen in my life.
You're
along with
just a baby boy. You're not the real McCoy.
Along with Baby Boy and Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell y'all something about Too Fast, Too Furious.
What's that?
That was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. So much so is that when I had a box full of Connects, which is like the ghetto Legos. That's the only way I can describe Connects. I built myself like a little steering wheel and like a little driver's joint, so that way I can watch the movie and drive along with them. So
Mr. Creative.
Yeah. So man, like John Singleton did have an effect on my life as a director and as a movie maker, and I just want to say rest in peace to him.
But us in the acting world have lost one globally and then not nationally. Well, yeah, nationally and locally, Mr. Dragonuk.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he left us.
Brian Dragonuk has also passed away, and if you do not know who he is, he was the creator of the website DragonukConnects.com, who locally here in the DMV hooks a lot of people up with jobs throughout the industry.
I know I got about 2 or 3.
I'm talking about technicians. I'm talking about models, directors, producers, even those who are working in news and in journalism. He would just scavenge and find all the jobs possible. Even if you were looking for training, you would sign up to this website and he would send you a whole list of opportunities. And unfortunately, we did lose him.
Yeah,
we
lost him.
So condolences to his family and his friends as they go through this difficult time. And rest in peace to you, Brian Dragonuk.
Yeah. I was hoping John pulled through though. I was praying like,
I was really hoping
he's so young.
That was sudden.
He's young.
It was so sudden.
Ooh.
But rest in peace to both of them. Now the second topic that I want to get to, Jeanne.
Okay.
I have some feelings that I need to get off of my chest.
Feelings. So deep in your feelings.
Ooh, LMA.
Oh, you love her too?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So Jared had like a little mini meltdown because while I was in LA this past weekend, I got a compliment from Miss Tessa Thompson. Now, if you don't know who Tessa Thompson is, then you need to go back and watch Creed 1 and Creed 2. She's the girlfriend. She also played in Thor. She also played in Endgame. She's also in the new Men in Black movie as one of the women in black, but Men in Black.
She's a lead.
She's a lead. I mean, it's Men in Black, but she's a woman or whatever. But she also plays opposite of she plays opposite Thor.
Yeah, you said that. She's Valkyrie. That's her character name. Valkyrie.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Tessa Thompson been doing some work, y'all.
She is, but
IMDb her.
Yeah, I had a heart attack because I saw her
when she said that she met her out in LA. I was like, whoa.
She gave me a compliment. Whoa. She said, "Oh my God, you look so pretty." I was like, "Oh, thank you. Oh my God, that's Tessa Thompson. What the hell?"
Lord have mercy.
But I didn't fan out, and I wasn't like, "Oh my God, can I get a picture?" Because I felt like I'm a star as well, so I was just amongst another star. But on the inside, I was having a fucking panic attack. But Jared over here was really like, I don't know what I would have done if it was.
Listen, there are certain people. There are certain people in this business that if I were just randomly run into, I don't know what I would do.
Right.
And Tessa Thompson is one of them.
As one of them.
As you said her name, I was just like, oh my Lord.
One thing I will say about
talented and gorgeous.
She is gorgeous, and she looks the same. What she looks like on television is what she looks like in real life. Like she looks the same. The only thing is that she's really tiny, like short and skinny. But other than that, like what she looks like is she looks just like that. It's crazy.
I need to get out to LA.
You too.
Need to get out to LA.
Jared, what are you waiting for?
Some sun rays and some palm trees and a couple of stars and just
yes.
Just
catch you a couple of stars. Mm-hmm. So what's going on with your feelings?
All right,
let me put my glasses back on because I'm Dr. JoJo.
All right. I was about to say maybe I should put my glasses on too, but then I was like, wait, they sunglasses, they not going. Okay, but anyway, so Dr. JoJo.
Yes.
lately I've been on a couple of some dating apps because I'm like, you know what? It's the summertime. I should be around, some female company.
You want
towards the summertime.
You want female company during the summer? You're supposed to get the female company during the wintertime. Summertime is single time, right? See.
Anyway, I have been on a couple of dating apps, and I was just, looking for some female company, and I've gone on a couple of dates here and there, just trying to get to know some.
Okay.
Trying to get to know some. However, I've come across a few women who have said or done some things where I'm like, is that appropriate? Is that reasonable? Because it did not make me feel right.
Be specific, like what?
Okay, so there is one particular date that I went on. Where this woman actually did a research on me.
What?
And I'm not talking about a social media research. Like I'm talking about
Maryland State Police.
Yes.
Like a Maryland FBI.
Yes, like a criminal case study research. And I was like, excuse me.
These women are a piece of work.
Now, I will say, to play devil's advocate, I do understand, ladies, that you need to be on the lookout for some creeps and for some dudes who are not acting right, because there are a few of them running around, and that is all for your safety. I do understand that. But what happened to giving a brother the benefit of the doubt? I ain't even walking a restaurant, and you over here doing your homework.
Well,
you over here writing a thesis on me already. Like, wait a minute.
How old was she?
My age, 20, like in mid-20s.
Mid-20s. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a little creepy. But at the end of, when you met her on a dating site, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's probably been through some things like with meeting people on dating sites, and it's blind dating. You really don't know who you're getting into, so I get it. If she were older, I could really understand why, because she done dated the regular way, the traditional way, the app way, and she just want to exactly. It's like, listen, I want to make sure you're not crazy and you're not going to kidnap me and cut me up into little pieces, because they be doing that. Okay. Thank you.
I'm just saying,
that was so nice.
I'm just saying, it took me back some, and I was like, excuse me, say what? And then,
but that is weird though. That would have creeped me out a little bit too. I would have been taken aback.
And then another thing that had happened to me was I had a female tell me that I look way older than what I actually am. And I was like, and this was her opening, the first 3 sentences that she's ever said to me. And I'm like,
did she tell you what age?
No, she just said you look way older than my actual age. And I'm like, you don't say that off rip.
Yeah, no, you don't say that. That's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, and I'm like, now if I would have said that to you, a woman, this would have been...
It would have been an issue.
It would have been an issue.
Yeah, her self-esteem would have been shot. Because women, when stuff like that happens, even the slightest bit of criticism to some women, not all, have them in their mind. So she'd have been driving home like, do I look old? Oh my God, do I need to get surgery? Do I need a facelift? Oh my God, what do I need to do to look younger? Why do I look so old? Yeah, it would have been a problem. Now,
ladies, I know that my hairline is disappearing, but damn, you don't need to come at me like that. That's just disrespectful. Wow. I know, damn.
I've never tried a dating app. So is it weird for you? Have you come across any weirdos besides the background check and
but
stuff?
But just playing out weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Why are you laughing like that?
I really want to hear about these experiences.
I've just throw them away.
Really?
Yeah. There be some times when I be on there and I just be scrolling through profiles because I'm bored. I just be left, right, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then weeks later, I get a notification hey, you've matched with so and so, and I'm like, who? And I open it up and I look at it and I'm like, I swiped on it. What was I doing? What was I on? How? And I never had a conversation. Never.
Wow. I've never experienced that. I might just sign up just for fun.
I think it's mostly curved to a younger generation, but it's different. it's a little weird, and I honestly think that sort of phase is dying out, which I'm a little happy about.
Well, have you come across any good people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I met a very lovely and beautiful young lady off of dating site that I've seen continuously.
Oh,
that I would love to
nice.
see again. And I put it in the universe and told it to her, I would love to see you again. So like, make it happen.
Make it happen. I hope you told her about the show.
Does she know about? I think she does. I think she knows about the show.
She might have done her own little research on you.
She probably did.
Yeah.
Just I really hope you ain't do no criminal background and all of that. Because look, if you need to know something, you could ask me and I'll tell you straight up. But I'm like,
it's Jared. He's gonna be true.
Exactly.
And kind.
Exactly. I feel like this is all Justin's fault. He was the one who like did like a 60-second speed dating thing the last time that I was here. I don't think he was here for that.
I wasn't here for that. Really?
He did like a whole like, Jared, so I have a surprise for you. We're gonna do like a whole 60-second speed dating type and like have people of our audience get to know you. And I'm like,
nice.
Wow.
Oh, that was dope.
it was a little fun. I was like, yeah, this is different. It was definitely out the box. I'll say that.
Definitely. Listen, we're Out the Box Radio. We do out the box things.
We are Out the Box Radio. We do out the box things. One of the out the box things that I want to do is I want to bring my twin brother back up here.
Yes, he was so much fun.
Yeah. However, he has specifically requested that one time it's just gonna be. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. We're just gonna let it happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just wants to come as a
Yeah,
co-host.
he just wants he wants to come and chill with us one more time.
Yeah. Definitely come back.
Jalen, you are officially welcome back.
You are officially welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yes, come back next week. Justin won't be here next week with
I don't think
us.
he will. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it
Yeah,
happen.
Justin won't be here with us next week.
Jalen is, though, in a production of Once on This Island here in Baltimore. So his
Oh,
nights are a
nice.
little busy at the moment.
Well,
but-
I mean, he has to come on and tell us about it so we can come out.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
guys? We got to come out and support Jalen.
Jalen, you gotta put us on the information. You gotta come up on the show and put us on.
Yeah. I'll definitely come out. I don't have a fucking life.
What? Okay. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was like that. Oh, Lord.
Is our time up? Our time is up.
I think it is, unfortunately.
Don't you guys hate when that happens?
I do.
I know Diamond K hates when it happens because we're like the littest show, but he can't say it because it's his station, but I'll say it for him.
I think Nikki especially hates when it happens.
I know.
I think she especially hates when it happens when Justin is here because he be saying some out of the box and off
Yes,
the wall
Justin
shit,
really be saying
and
some
her
shit.
facial reactions are like money. They're money. Unfortunately, it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen. We thank y'all so much for joining us for another edition of Out the Box Radio. If you did miss the interview or any portion of our show, please go on radioonfire.com or on radioonfire.com's Facebook or on our Facebook page, and please check us out. And as always, we will be back on Thursday, next Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm signing off
JoJo's signing off too, like this.
like that. Pressing your LA.